video is about Donphan. If you thought those were out of the picture, well, you're horribly mistaken because Phantom Forces makes them even more stronger.
TCG Zapdos. He does a very good job as well. Very helpful for newer and experienced players alike, so check him out. And TCG Zapdos. Great shows with episodes and great editing, and if you like the Pokemon card game, check out their videos.
That regionals I went to last time was awfully crazy. I played Donphan and like many others I did great, yeah. You spinning turn and then head back to one of my Pokemon on the bench. But now with Phantom Forces it gets even better than that. I wanna play Pokemon for the rest of my life, do well, meet friends and win tournaments and the weekends I go to some leagues and try to beat the competition. And 1, 2, 3 make videos, weekly episodes about the latest strategies, yo, and even some TCG online stuff and there as well, because I can do whatever the hell I want to, because you subscribers love it, it's so great. I just can't stop at making good quality videos to help you guys out. Now doesn't that sound? Get you pumped up for Donphan 2.0 in town. That regionals I went to last time was awfully crazy. I played Donphan and like many others I did great, yeah. You spinning turn and then head back to one of my Pokemon on the bench. But now with Phantom Forces it gets even better than that.
What's up YouTube, it's Zapdos TCG here, and welcome to episode 89. Yeah, we've come a long way, haven't we? So, in this episode we're gonna check out Donphan 2.0, as I like to call it, because it has an updated version thanks to Phantom Forces. So, this is the original deck list, as you can see. A lot of people have asked me about the list because I won, not one, become third at regionals with it, so it did really well. So this is the main list. We have like 4-4 lists, or a 4-4 line of the Phanpy. Then some tech cards here. We have Kyurem, Zekrom, Sigilyph, Suicune, 1 Dedenne, 1 Hawlucha, a 1-1 line of Trevenant nevertheless, then 3 Float Stones, 3 Muscle Bands, 1 Silver Bangle, 2 Bicycle, 2 Colors, 4 Ultra Ball, 1 Switch, 2 Fighting Stadium, Starling Megaphone, Dowsing Machine as the Ace Pack card, 4 Strong Energies, then 4 regular Fighting Energies, 3 DCEs, and then we have the supporters, 2 Lysanders, 3 Karina, 4 N, and 4 Juniper. So also Colress was a supporter. So yeah, that was the main deck that did really well, took over regionals by storm, and yeah, it was great facing a lot of decks, a lot of mirror matches. But this is the list I came up with for before Phantom Forces. So in this episode we're gonna see how the deck can even be improved with Phantom Forces. First of all, we're gonna look at the trainer cards that we received from Phantom Forces. So we have Hand Scope, Target Whistle, Manectric Spirit Link, and then Gengar Spirit Link, Gyrosic, Lysander's Trump card. Then we have the Enhanced Hammer, AZ. There's also this neat looking Trick Coin, Steel Shelter, VS Seeker, Robo Substitute, Dimensional Valley, and yeah, again, Battle Compressor. So these are the trainers we get from Phantom Forces, so a huge set to get in my opinion. So the cards that we're gonna look here is Battle Compressor may compress our deck to pull better stuff when you get end on stuff, but I don't think it will work that well in this deck. Also Dimensional Valley, Manectric Spirit Link, Manectric and Gengar Spirit Link are out of the question. Hand Scope is just looking at your opponent's hand, but I don't think it has the need for that. Then this is where the deck shines. Robo Substitute, we're gonna take those for now. Yes. Also VS Seeker could be great, we're gonna take those as well in consideration. Gyrosic, I don't think we want to waste a supporter on this. Then we have a Lysander's Trump card, we're gonna take that one as well. And yeah, then we have AZ, Return of Pokemon, I don't think that's sufficient. Coin flipping stuff, that's not needed in our deck. And then Steel Shelter is for the metal deck. So that's it, we took a lot of trainer cards from the Phantom Forces set. Then also some neat ideas to test out is more Fighting Stadiums and Max Potion. So this is our pile of cards right here. This is how I make decks. We're gonna stack it like this. And also we're gonna review the cards that we might put in. We have a Pokemon Fan Club if you want to run a heavier line of Trevenants, because Trevenant is always nice to have of the item block. Keldeo EX to get out of the tough situations because it has the Russian ability. Jirachi for more consistency. Terrakion, Latias because this one has an ability, Bright Down, prevents all effects of attacks including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon with abilities. So a pretty neat card to test out. These are all deck ideas that you want to actually tech cards to test out If you want a heavier line of a Fampi, not Fampi, a Trevenant line, check out this. More consistency, check out this. Or you're afraid of switching in, check out this. Then for more raw power, if you're like saying, oh, my Donphan deck doesn't have the raw power at the late game or at the beginning of the game, then Hammerhead, Landorus EX is your choice. Also, if you're afraid like, I'll lose a lot of energies, I don't have energies anymore, Landorus, the regular one, is the way to go. Also, I forgot to mention that there are item cards that are, Team Flare cards, like this Jamming Net. There's also Headringer, which is, in my opinion, a bit better, but those can also be used in the deck to improve it even more. Okay, then, as I said, a heavier line of Trevenant, and this is also where the Phantom Forces shines with these cards. I'm gonna put the Team Flare card here together with Wobbuffet. Then there's also Seismitoad, of course, since we do run DCEs, maybe you want to have some item luck, but then again, that way you don't want to run the Trevenant line because Seismitoad provides the item luck. And then, of course, this card gets way better because Enhanced Hammer is in the format. That's also something I forgot. Enhanced Hammer, we need that. Yes, we're gonna put it right here with the rest of the cards. And here we have Drivblim. Drivblim is a pretty unique Shadow Steel, deals 50 damage times the number of special energy cards in your opponent's discard pile. So, with this card, you can use Enhanced Hammer and other situational stuff, even knockout Pokemon to get a lot of damage going on. So a 1-1 line or a 2-2 line of Drivblim is also an option. So, now I'm just gonna think. What do we need? I think we want to definitely have some options here to troll up our opponents. I'm thinking of 2 Enhanced Hammers. Enhanced Hammer is just so good. That way we don't need this anymore. Then Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet, if you don't know what it does, let's just zoom in on the card. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, each Pokemon in play in your player's hand and each player's discard pile has no ability. So it's basically like the what's it called? Garbodor, yeah, but then it has to be active. So we don't need a tool card attached to it, we just have to switch into it, and then we also have the item lock. The good thing about it though is also it also has a Psychic Assault, 10 damage plus 10 more for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So that is amazing. Yeah, that can deal a lot of damage actually. So, yeah, that's it. We're gonna take Wobbuffet in consideration, this Team Flare. I think we're gonna add in an extra Fighting Stadium because if they use Enhanced Hammer, our strong energies are gone, and that's not really, something we want. Also, Max Potion, I'm doubting on it, but still we're switching around, so, and we don't run EXs, so I'm not gonna use that. Those can be dropped as well. This is also the reason that I put everything in here, just to use it later on. Lysander's Trump card, a really big fan of it. I'm gonna put 1 copy in the deck, just because we can get back all our strong energies like that. If they get discarded by Enhanced Hammer, we don't really care, because we can get them back with the Trump card. Then Robo Substitute, if you don't are familiar with this card is just like a basic Pokemon. You can play it as a 30 HP basic Pokemon, and at any time during your turn you may discard it and your opponent doesn't take any prize card. Even if they knock it out and it stays active, they knock it out, they don't get a prize card. So it's a troll card like that. We're gonna use 2 of those in the deck since I don't have more at the moment. Maybe you want to have more, but still. Then there's VS Seeker for consistency. Getting back supporters from the discard pile is something really strong. We're gonna go for 2. So we have a lot of stuff. 2 Robo Substitute, 2 VS Seeker, Lysander's Trump card, a Fighting Stadium. I'm doubting on this Jamming Net. I'm not gonna put it in because I prefer the Headringers. Maybe you can test it out because it's really great if you're facing EXs. So Jamming Net and Headringer, test them out. But in this episode, I'm not gonna use it. This goes as well for the tech cards I mentioned here. Okay, we have a Wobbuffet as well. We're gonna use it, and then 2 Enhanced Hammers. So we need to make a room for a couple of these cards. The thing I'm gonna do is definitely remove 1 Ultra Ball. And we're gonna add in the Wobbuffet. Yeah, it goes simple like this. Then I think we want to discard something else, like 1 Colress. And we're gonna add in a VS Seeker. Yeah, simple like this, but it's sufficient. Step by step you improve your deck. For the energy lines, I see like we run 8 plus 3 DCE is 11 energies. Maybe you can add in more, but I'm fine with that because we have Lysander's Trump card to deal with that. You can also run less special energies and more basic fighting energies, but I think my energy line is just efficient enough. The only problem will be that our fighting energies get discarded from time to time, but there's a Lysander's Trump card which can solve that problem for us. In combination with some VS Seekers, we can even use this card multiple times. And also our opponent might even use it. So let's see what we can do here. We have all these cards that have to be in the deck yet. So The thing is that we don't need that many safeguard Pokemons anymore since we have the Robo Substitute, so Suicune gets away. And we are gonna add in another card from our package here. We're gonna add in the Robo Substitute. There we go. Also, one Floatstone. Yeah, I don't know. We have the Trevenant line, the 1-1 line. I think that is decent. Gidania, I'm also a big fan of that card. For the trainers, we do have a lot of consistency here on our hand. Maybe we can discard one Bicycle. There we go. For a Lysander Strumpf card. Yeah, why not test this card out? Alright. What else? We have 2 Enhanced Hammers. We definitely want to get those in the deck. The thing I'm gonna do is discard the Zekrom. There we go. Zekrom gets away, and we are gonna add in another Robo Substitute. So this is how I improve decks. I'm just gonna look at the new cards every time. That's also a tip for you guys. If you have new item cards and new trainers and stuff and new Pokemon, definitely get your deck list that you had the previous tournament, lay it all over the table, and then just figure out what to improve. So, thing we have is that our abilities get blocked with Wobbuffet, so maybe I'm doubting on using Trevenant at all. Maybe we can just get rid of it. Yeah, maybe getting rid of the Trevenant is easy enough for us to put in 2 Enhanced Hammers. Yeah, there we go. I do love the idea of Trevenant, but I think I'm gonna test it out, this deck, without Trevenant and having more consistency, Enhanced Hammers, and the Donphan will do the trick as well. Even with the Robo Substitute, they will have a really tough time to beat everything up and yeah, taking 6 prize cards. So the thing I want to put in more is here. We have a VS Seeker and a Fighting Stadium that I still have to be putting in the deck because I want to have more power. So now that Trevenant is gone, we can discard this Floatstone because yeah, we don't need that many Floatstones on our Pokemon anymore. Hawlucha has free retreat. Dedenne is just 1 retreat cost, and then only Kyurem and Sigilyph need the Floatstone. So we're gonna get rid of 1 Floatstone, add in the Fighting Stadium like this. So we have 3 Fighting Stadiums. Lysander's Trump card like this, and then the only thing we have to do is add in another VS Seeker. I'm doubting. Maybe Lysander is just so good in the format. I'm gonna stick on to 2 of those. Maybe we can get rid of one of our supporters and add in this VS Seeker. I don't know. I'm still doubting on using it. However, it's really great in the late game. Really great. So, yeah, it's a tough choice. But I think I made my decision, and I'm gonna get rid of 1 N. Just in case, yeah, our opponent only picks 1 prize card time after time, and we usually pick 2 prize cards because we knock out an EX, so maybe we can just get rid of 1 N, add in 1 VS Seeker. We do have the Bicycle and stuff, so this will be our main deck. We do have a few less supporters, but another way we can get them back with Lysander Trump card, we have the VS Seeker, so this deck looks pretty neat to me. I'm gonna test it out later in the TCG Online match, so let me know what you think of the deck. I personally think it's really competitive in this format still because yeah, we have Enhanced Hammer trolling around, discarding DCEs and other energies like the Rainbow Energy, so and strong energies from our opponents, and we have Wobbuffet with the Ability Lock, which is pretty neat in the deck, and those 2 are the biggest things that change to the deck. We have Robo Substitutes to troll around. You switch into a Pokemon that they don't get a prize card for. Then we switch around and your opponent doesn't have abilities, which means they can use a Red Signal from their Genesect, they can use Item Lock from their Trevenant, so everything gets basically blocked like that. So that's why I just decided to get rid of the Trevenant, because sometimes they switch into Wobbuffet and then they are not item locked, and usually it is not really great because they still can use their items and stuff. So I'm also expecting the Wobbuffet to return and the Gengar EX deck, so this is pretty much the deck I came up with for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and now we are excited to go to Poke News. Alright guys, welcome to Poke News. As I mentioned, there isn't a lot of Poke News since I covered most of the Poke News in the previous episode, and also Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are officially out now, and everyone is enjoying the games so much, so that's why there isn't a lot of news around since everyone is enjoying those games. But nevertheless, there's a Regirock promo with Ancient Trade and the Korokoro Ishaban. Yeah, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But anyway, it's a Regirock, not an EX. It's a half full art as the other ones, and it also has the Omega Barrier. If you are not familiar with Omega Barrier, whenever your opponent plays a trainer card, excluding Pokemon Tools and Stadium cards, prevent all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. So basically, Pokemon with Omega Barrier are immune to Hypnotoxic Lasers and other shenanigans like that. So 110 HP, not bad, and it has an unknown retreat cost for now since it's in the Korokoro stuff and we can't read it at the moment, but still, a Grass Weakness. It also has the Land Maker attack. Search your deck for up to 2 Stadium cards and put them in your hand, and then Stone Age for, or actually Stone Edge for 3 fighting energies, and a colorless energy deals 80 damage, and you can flip a coin if heads, you deal 120 damage instead. So I don't think it's that competitive since we do have other fighting options available like Terrakion I mentioned earlier, but still, it's a neat looking half full art to collect later on. So that's it for another episode, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely click the like button because you know I always appreciate it and actually levels up my Zapdos, believe it or not. Anyway, as I mentioned, you can also click here to subscribe. If you do, you automatically get updated like that, like you're a psychic Alakazam or something like. Yeah, once there's a new video, you'll definitely see it. And yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace. Hi, if you haven't checked out the previous episode, you should definitely take a look. It's about Mega Manectric, the powerful new Mega EX. Yeah, I do a deck analysis and improve 2 new decks with the add-in of Mega Manectric. And if you guys are interested in booster boxes, I do those as well on my channel, and you can check a Phantom Forces booster box right here. And for those of you that are interested in TCG Online format and TCG Online games, I have Seismitoad the Troll deck. Yeah, that's right. I made a Seismitoad Troll deck and I'm testing it out in the latest TCG Online match. And that's it, you guys. See you guys next time. Peace.